kwa kwanza unaingia unaona ikipata kama mrefu kwanza kabla kama itachomoa kwa yako. Unajaribu kuzugua tu chini ama kando ya masikio mpaka apate tu kusukulia. Unaona anaweka tu akiwa na chini pole pole. How I started being a conservationist is that I was being inspired by my father. I used to visit when I was very young, and I started building motivation, and that's how I became a ranger, and that has motivated me a lot. And my passion has just come true, and I like what I do. So my favorite animals by that time was zebras and giraffes due to the colors, how they look like, and yeah, that was it. While Pejeta is home to many species, rich in biodiversity, including the last two northern white rhinos on Earth. Okay. Okay. But come on, yeah. So I had to bribe them. That's why they come. If I didn't have anything for them, they could have been behaving differently. So right now we are good friends. I do bring some small horse pellets and maybe sometimes small pieces of carrots. And that's how we create good friendship. That's only what she needs. Once she comes to me, I give him a good stroke and she will come.
My name is James Mwenda. I'm a businessman. I run a travel company based in Nanyuki, Kenya. Formerly, I was a ranger and caretaker. I worked as a ranger for around 3 years. The earliest memories I have is elephants would come from the forest and would eat everything that was in the farm. Most of the times I would see my mama crying because the elephants came and took away everything that was in the farm. And you know boys with their moms, when you see your mother crying every day, you just want to have to find a permanent solution to what the problem was. And that kind of intrigued me to go into conservation because most of the time the help would come through the rangers. I was able to make it to a Pejeta Conservancy, where I started as a T-boy and then as a ranger for around 3 years, and then as a caretaker for the northern white rhinos for around 6 years. And my hope was to come and understand how to live with these animals and potentially go back. But by the time I had already understood how animals work and became a ranger, then the area was fenced off in our village where elephants would come and destroy the farm, and that the problem was solved. So I continued to work as a caretaker here in Pejeta, taking care of the northern white rhinos until when I resigned. So Morani was like the founding rhino. If we can move closer, it was like very, very tamed. People would get a chance to get close to him and interact with them. Then of course we have Sudan. Of course we know he was the last male northern white. He passed in 2018. from old age-related complications. I had a chance to take care of him for 4.5 years before he passed away. But he was such a cool rhino.
We are dealing with poaching. So the poachers, they have a weapon. So they come and kill an animal. We use track dogs to follow his smell or footprints. So when they lead us to someone's house and we suspect this person is, we suspect he was having a weapon. So that's where Trump comes in to help us to search for the weapon.
These others died because of various other reasons. Mostly are black rhinos and white rhinos. Some were, snared, others were shot, others were poisoned with arrows.
During decades of armed conflict, rhinos were traded for weapons, fueling destruction across Sudan and Congo. Fortunately, some rhinos escaped the massacre, survived in European seas, and later were flown on Pejeta. They became the last hope for rescue of their species.
By 1950, there were only 50,000 white rhino which was left as a result of poaching. And out of 50 right now, we have almost 20,000 right now worldwide. The cool thing is that they do socialize themselves and they make more calves more than the black. So that gives us more hope that the northern white rhinos might be back again if we are successful with the scientific procedures.
The caretaking job was a job that was emotionally draining. I think we all can attest that there being the last two remaining rhinos. And the time when I started working as a caretaker, there were around 7 northern white rhinos left. And all of these dying out on the course of your caretaking career, something that took an emotional toll. And that's why at the end I decided that I needed to take a break. In the midst of loss and pain, we still can come back. I think we are humans and we are dynamic in the way we see things. And it is easy to turn it around and make whatever that is left of us a better place. I mean, in this case, our planet.
We have our local vets, we have the international vets from Germany, from United States, Italy, Japan, South Africa, even Czech Republic. It's a big team actually,
Tunajichunga sisi wenyewe, tunachunga mnyama. Teamwork. Lazima tuangalie teamwork ndio tufaulu. 3, discipline. Discipline, kama hujui kitu, uliza, ask. Kwa wale tumekuwa kwa hiyo operation, tunajua vile huwa inaendelea. So kama hujui kitu, if you doesn't know, ask wenye wanajua ama wenye wamekuwa previous operations. Sawa.
What they are doing is that they're using southern white rhinos as potential surrogate mothers because they don't want to risk using the 2 remaining. So they only collect eggs and use the frozen semen to fertilize eggs, and then they put in southern white rhino to carry the pregnancy as a surrogate mothers.
And we need some clean water in these bottles.
Clean water.
I need to fill these 3 bottles with.
To me, I just want to show the world that rhinos, they are part of ecosystem. You see, if one species is no longer existing, the ecosystem is no longer balanced, and each creature play its own role. So we need to care all about other different creatures, not only rhinos, but all different creatures.
Oh, we are lucky. Once we are lucky.
We have to be sometimes.
Habt ihr mitgekriegt? Nein?
Na pia uzito ama urefu, yule ako pana au ndio wafupi. Alafu mkia yao ya northern inakaa mrefu.
I do encourage my kids to get involved. When I go home every day, I get to bring them some gift, mostly with the wildlife staffs, to get engaged in that wildlife conservation.
If they're sleeping in a very nice open area,
Yeah.
can even go up to 5 kilometers away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But once we get to the low level, you see now the beep is very low.
Yeah.
Because we are in a valley, there's somewhere up.
Yeah.
Once we get up, the way we are going, it will again start to increase, and then it can take us exactly where they are.
What we could do as the contemporary humans was a very fundamental undertaking, and that's why I decided to go and start my business with the hope of people that travel with us can be inspired to look into the world, not just as tourists sitting down and ticking off checklists, but as people that can be contributors and can contribute to the well-being of our planet. It doesn't matter what one does, it doesn't matter what career you do, it doesn't matter what you do in life, but I feel like there's a place for us, for everybody, in the conservation space. And one of the greatest inspiration that I had from Sudan was to think the ideal of conservation as a human body, where the body, for the body to function normally, all the components should be working well.
Some few years ago, I think it was December, Chris. Yeah. She was injured by a buffalo, and when this girl was very young, together with her brother who was killed, and she could not even be able to hunt by herself. Nature has ways of making these animals to survive. We are not supposed to feed them because they're supposed to look for food by themselves. If they die, that's nature. That's how nature controls itself. But again, the lions are also vulnerable. They're not very good in number. And that's why sometimes Chris has to intervene and see how he can help. And he survived well, and he was able to kill a buffalo. I think that one buffalo made her to be very strong, and she was able to get back on her feet. And now she's doing quite well.
I believe there's no way we are supposed to walk our journey on planet Earth without giving back to it, because our planet gives us everything we need to live the comfortable lives. And that's kind of the greatest inspiration I got from my life as a caretaker.